This magnificent animal is one heartbeat away from death, and the killers behind him are closing in. His heart is racing, his lungs are burning. But these hunters were built for one thing: never giving up.
Now the teeth are within inches. One bite could change everything. And then, the prey fights back. He made it, but survival has already taken everything he had. The chase is over. But in the Congo, surviving one predator can lead you straight into another. The biggest danger in this forest may be small enough to hide beneath a leaf. Thousands of tiny parasites are now climbing aboard, and they are just getting started. Blood loss is not the real nightmare. The danger comes from what these tiny creatures can deliver. The signals between brain and muscle are beginning to fail, starting from the legs and moving upward. The giant is going down, not from teeth, but from an enemy he can barely see. His time may be running out. But listen, something is coming. From beneath a dying comes an army nobody expected. The giant can barely move. But this little predator has noticed something the others haven't. And then, something extraordinary happens. The hunters don't attack the giant. They start cleaning him. 20 tiny predators, one giant patient, and suddenly, the rainforest has created an alliance nobody could have predicted. This is cleaning symbiosis. The mongooses gain a rich food source, while the giant gets something far more valuable: relief. Look at those eyes. The giant is coming back. The impossible alliance is working. One breath, one movement, one tiny sign of life, and suddenly, the giant has another chance. But their victory has made one terrible mistake. They have announced their location to the sky. From 100 feet above, the crowned eagle sees the entire battlefield. And it has chosen its target. No warning, no hesitation. The king of the sky simply disappears from the branch and becomes a missile. The little mongoose finally looks up and sees the shadow of death falling straight toward it. But the giant has radar of its own. Those enormous ears catch the sound of wings before the attack lands. At the exact last second, the giant strikes. The attack has failed. The tiny clan stands its ground, and even the king of the sky is forced to retreat. The sky has backed down, but something else has heard every second of the fight. Wild dogs bring endurance, eagles bring speed, but the leopard brings something even more dangerous: patience. He doesn't care about the tiny warriors. His eyes are locked on the prize, the 500-pound giant. No warning, no negotiation. The second chase begins, and this predator is much closer. The Okapi has brute force, the leopard has precision, and every second, precision is winning. Listen closely. That heavy breathing behind him is no longer distant. The leopard is almost touching him. The forest is shrinking around him. Every turn closes another escape route. And the predator knows it. And then the forest disappears. In front of him is nothing but a cliff and 80 feet of empty space. Behind him, an abyss. In front of him, the leopard. For the first time today, the giant has nowhere left to run. The bites, the toxin, the chase. Every battle has taken something from him. Now his body is demanding payment. The leopard has waited long enough. One movement now could decide everything. For one heartbeat, The entire rainforest seems to hold its breath. The waiting is over. The leopard launches, and the giant has nowhere to hide. But the jungle has one final card. They didn't run away. They followed him. 20 tiny warriors have crossed the entire forest for one reason. They are not leaving their giant ally behind.
The leopard outweighs them by more than 10 times. But size is useless when 20 enemies attack from every direction.
This is not chaos. It is strategy. Every movement forces the leopard to look somewhere else. The King of the Shadows has hunted alone his entire life. Tonight, the jungle is forcing him to fight a crowd. The Mongooses have bought him something priceless, one clean second. And the Okapi knows exactly how to use it. For a predator built on perfect timing, distraction is dangerous. And now, the timing belongs to the prey. The African unicorn turns, not to flee, but to fight. One mistake could send either animal over the edge. The leopard knows it, the Okapi knows it, and the Mongooses know it too. Now the numbers become the weapon. 20 small bodies, one enormous predator, and nowhere to focus. The trap has reversed. The hunter is surrounded, and the hunted has finally found his opening. For the first time today, the giant is no longer running for his life. He is choosing where the fight goes next. Never mistake patience for surrender. The leopard has one weapon left: timing. The jungle has given them a single narrow path to freedom. But the leopard is still standing between survival and escape. The leopard does not rush. He waits. Because the most dangerous moment is the moment when exhaustion finally wins. His body is exhausted. His legs are trembling. But his ears are still listening. Something has changed. The leopard hears it. The Mongooses hear it. And the Okapi hears it too. Go. The alliance moves as own, and the leopard is coming after them. The giant has muscle, the leopard has agility, and the forest itself is becoming the final arena. The giant has finally escaped the tunnel of darkness, and suddenly, the leopard has a decision to make. The calculation is brutal but simple. Too much risk, too much energy, and far too many teeth waiting for him. And just like that, the King of the Shadows walks away. Not defeated by one opponent, but by an alliance he never expected to face. The chase is over. The roar of survival has faded. Now, for the first time today, the giant can finally breathe. Look at them. No celebration. No hesitation. The tiny warriors simply return to work, because survival is hours ago. Those legs could barely move. Now they are carrying a 500-pound survivor back into the world. He does not chase the predator. He does not need to. Survival has already delivered its answer. Strangers just hours ago, they now move around him like old companions. In the wild, trust can appear in the strangest places.
Listen closely. The jungle is breathing again. After all that chaos,
he entered this forest as a hunted animal. He leaves this clearing as something far more powerful. A survivor. They were never meant to stay together. Perhaps that is what makes this alliance so extraordinary. No words, no promises. Just one extraordinary day when two very different worlds chose to protect each other. Somewhere beneath this endless canopy, a 500-pound survivor walks on, and the forest keeps its secret. The jungle has no simple hierarchy. The strongest can fall, the smallest can become essential, and survival can depend on cooperation. One day, 4 predators, thousands of parasites, and 20 tiny allies who refuse to walk away. The lesson is simple, but the jungle writes it in extraordinary ways. Sometimes survival belongs not to the strongest, a giant protected by creatures small enough to fit beneath his shadow. Nature rarely writes friendships this strange. He has crossed the edge of death, and now stands beneath the last light of the day. Still here, still standing.
Size did not save him. Speed did not save him. One alliance did. There is no script here, no guarantees, no promise that the smallest creature will matter.
Every scar tells a story. Every breath is proof. And today, this survivor has earned every single one. Even the hunters retreat. The forest does not belong to one predator. It belongs to all of them, and tonight.
And then comes the miracle that nature performs every morning. Another chance to begin again.
The body remembers the pain, but the instinct to live remembers something stronger. Keep moving. Yesterday, every sound meant danger. Today, the same forest sounds like a promise that life goes on. Survival leaves a permanent lesson. Danger rarely announces itself twice.
The forest remembers what happened here. But the survivor does not need to.
The river that once offered escape now offers something simpler. Water, silence, and another morning. Once, that sound would have triggered panic. Now, he listens, judges, and decides. And there they are, the smallest warriors in the story, returning as if yesterday's impossible battle never happened. No alarms, no battle cries, just one final inspection from the creatures who once kept death away. Wild animals do not say thank you. They simply remember who stood beside them when the world turned against them. Their paths divide again. But what happened between them will remain one of the forest's strangest little secrets. Tiny guardians. Giant survivor. One impossible encounter that neither side was supposed to survive. The forest will forget the footprints. It will heal the broken branches. But somewhere inside its endless memory, this impossible alliance remains.
The sun is going down. But for this survivor, darkness no longer means the end.
They are tiny. They are vulnerable. But together, they are anything but helpless. The chase is over. The screams are gone. And the Congo returns to its oldest language, the sound of life continuing. They sleep beneath the same sky, unaware that their paths have already crossed in a way the jungle rarely allows.
Another sunrise, another breath, another chance for the impossible to become ordinary.
The same body that nearly collapsed now carries him forward. This is what survival looks like when the fear is finally gone. Teeth, talons, claws, every weapon the jungle could offer came for him. And somehow, none delivered the final word.
The jungle had plenty of predators. What it did not expect was cooperation.
Look at them. One weighs hundreds of pounds. The others can fit beneath his shadow. Yet together, they became impossible to defeat. Life does not ask permission. It finds a crack in the darkness, pushes through, and keeps going. Yesterday, every step was a battle. Today, every step is a declaration. He is still here.
20 tiny bodies, one collective mind. In the Congo, survival has never been a solo sport.
The giant needed the tiny needed the giant, and for one extraordinary moment, the rules of the jungle changed.
The scars may remain, but scars are not surrender. They are evidence that the story continued.
Even the hunter must know when the price is too high. In nature, survival belongs to whoever knows when to walk away.
Above the forest, another survivor watches. The crown remains, but today, they will never understand how extraordinary their deed was. To them, it was simply what a family does. In the ruthless heart of the Congo, survival is not always about being the strongest. Sometimes, it is about finding courage in the smallest ally.